up, welders? Welcome to another episode of Adventures in Welding. It's February 16th, minus 4 degrees here in Toronto, Ohio, right on the Ohio River, and we're supposed to get another 3 inches of snow tonight. So for those of you living in the South, or for my one viewer down under in Australia, live it up. Live it up. I'm freezing my ass off up here. But that's all right, because we'll go downstairs in a little bit and make some heat in the lab. Today we're talking about stainless steel.
Stainless steel was first introduced to the world by Harry Bridley of Sheffield, England. He produced a line of stainless steel cutlery between 1910 and 1915. Since that time, many stainless steel alloys have been developed to resist most types of corrosion, to resist oxidation caused by hot gases, or to maintain high strength at elevated temperatures. All of these alloys have an iron, carbon, chromium base, while some are additionally alloyed with nickel or with nickel and manganese. That is an excerpt on stainless steel from the book Metals and How to Weld Them. Now, there are basically 4 classes of stainless steels: 200, 300, 400, and 500 series. And the difference between them is the major alloying elements. The 200 series is alloyed with chromium, nickel, and manganese. The 300 series with chromium nickel, the 400 series with chromium, and the 500 series with just chromium, but it's very high at a 4.4 to 6%. Now, the characteristics of these is also quite interesting. Since we're going to be welding on a piece of 304 stainless today, we're going to contain ourselves to the austenitic groups of stainless steel, which is the 302, 308, 310, 316, 347, 304. The 302, 304 has an ultimate tensile strength of 90,000 psi, a yield point of 35,000 psi, an elongation in 2 inches of 60%, and a Brinell hardness of 150. So that tells you a little bit compared to that over mild steel, I think. Steels with 18% chromium and 8% nickel are called 18-8 stainless steels. These austenitic stainless steels have many excellent properties, including high strength and resistance to scaling at elevated temperatures. Some of their most important properties we just talked about being the ultimate tensile strength, yield points, and stuff like that. Also, austenitic stainless steels do not harden by heat treatment, but they can be cold worked to high hardness, although you may need annealing after that to be done. So what does any of this have to do with the welder's role in dealing with the stainless steel? Well, one of the things we have to watch out for because of the low heat transference is overheating the stainless steel and causing warpage, distortion, or actually burning it. Whereas you have to look at the colors in the stainless steel. You want to see a straw color to light blue, maybe that pinkish salmon color. But if we go any further than that, if we get into the deep blues and purples, that's too hot. And what we're doing is we're causing chromium precipitation. The chromium that gives the stainless steel all of its features, the hardness, the resistance to corrosion, is being sucked out of that joint by the heat. And it's also being sucked out of the heat affected area, causing that portion of the joint, that portion of the weldment, to become brittle and to also become susceptible to the corrosion and the oxidation. So we got to watch our temperatures. That's really all I'm saying. All right, that's enough jabbering. Let's head downstairs to the shop and do some welding, right? 3, 2, 1. Alright folks, we've got a nice little piece of trapezoidal shaped 304 stainless. That's the factory finish. And that's the finish after I prepped it with a flap disc. We've got our inch thick block of aluminum that we're going to use for a heat sink, because if you remember what I said, the heat transfer is very slow and we want to keep the joint as cool as possible. Also, we're going to be using a number 9 torch today with a number 4 cup on it. We've got a 1/16 inch 2% thoriated tungsten in there. And it has a switch, but I'll be using the foot pedal control. And we're going to use it with our good old Eastwood TIG 200, which I'll turn on now. Again, the amp control is going to be on foot, as you can see with the foot pedal here. We're on DC. Balance has no effect in DC. We've got a 4-second pre-flow, 6-second post-flow. Grab the torch here. Make sure the gas is flowing properly. Hope you can hear it. I can hear it. But anyway, that means we are ready to go. So I'm going to get my gear, we're going to get set up, and we're going to weld some stainless steel. Got a camera in here, so this might be a little difficult, but we're going to give it a try. First shot is going to be a homogeneous weld. Now we got a little hot here at the beginning and burnt right through. And to tell you the truth, I'm going to call the whole thing a little bit hot. So let's try this again. At about 40 amps. Alright, it still doesn't look pretty. So what I'm going to do is turn up the gas, because gas is the number one thing we need here. And we'll try it again. Yeah. Looks a little better. But I don't think we're getting the coverage we need out of this torch. So bear with me, and I'm going to switch torches. Alright, there's our first weld. We tried at 50 amps. And as you can see, that's a little too hot for that. Down to, what was it, about 30? I mean, you can barely see the weld in there. Up to 40, a little bit better. Getting here about 48. Then we came adding some filler metal, and that's really nice looking there at about 45 amps or so. We cranked it up to 50, too much, burnt. Back down to just about 40, maybe about 45 or so. And then finally, right back to 40. Nice color, everything looks good. So there's telling you some stuff about the stainless steel. Everything about watching your heat, that's the most important thing. Next up, we're going to do an outside corner joint, which we will do autogenously. Stainless steel is perfect for this application. So hang on and let me switch my setups, alright? Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm all set up here for an outside corner weld. I got everything lined up real nice. So the first thing we need to do is tack this. And I am going to use the flash tack or speed tacking method, as Jody from Welding Tips and Tricks calls it. I'm just going to say he invented it. I don't really know who invented it, but I learned it from watching Jody. So I am going to give all the glory to him. Since we were welding this at about 40 amps, I've turned this up to about 110 amps. And all it will take is a little blast. Hit it here. Hit it here. I don't think I got that one. Let's check here again. No, that's good. Alright, so now I will adjust my amperage back down to where I want it for this, which was right around 40 amps. And we're going to fusion weld this. And it should be a beautiful thing. Just pushing the puddle along. Alright guys, there it is. Uh-oh. Little bad spot there. Oh, two bad spots. You can tell I'm still in school. Look at that color. That's really nice color. Damn thing with focus. No undercut. Sides are smooth. Pretty colors. Let's take it off this rig and turn around and look at the back. Alright, I could have went a little bit slower for better penetration. But There's no oxidation. The weld looks good. Well, that's playing with stainless steel, 304 austenitic to be exact. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why I'm having these camera problems, but I'll see you next time on Adventures in Welding. All right? All right.